Greetings Earthlings, Dorian Stratton here again. This is a sort of follow-up addendum to my previous video, which was a review of Day of the Doctor, the Doctor Who 50th anniversary special, and this is sort of my speculations as to the future of Who and what's going to happen next. So it will contain the spoilers. So if you haven't seen Day of the Doctor, sorry, just stop watching now. But I'm assuming if you're watching this, then you probably have seen it. Also, I will link previous video, the review, if you haven't seen that already, in the underbar thingy. Yeah, so what do we know? We know that that Gallifrey is almost certainly, and all the Time Lords are sort of out there in a pocket parallel universe somewhere, lost, and chances are that the Doctor will find it and bring it back, which is going to, hilarity will ensue, because when that happens, given his history with Gallifrey, we know that they are going to be really pissed off, especially the lovely Rassilon is going to be deeply, deeply, deeply happy that Gallifrey was saved by the Doctor, given the fact that he's not exactly their favourite person. So they are really not going to like having the fact that they are going to have to quite really owe him one, which should lead to some, I think, some very interesting stories. Then we have the issue of the Valeyard, because according to those who know Classic Who, according to the Trial of a Time Lord, the Valeyard was kind of, but not really, the Doctor, or an aspect of him that existed between his 12th and final incarnation, and which brings us to the whole only 13 incarnations, and the next Doctor, Peter Capaldi, is apparently the 13th Doctor, and apparently there's no more incarnations after that. So you have two problems here. One is, how are they going to deal with the whole Valeyard thing? As Captain Andy said in the comment on my previous video, it's probably going to be a timey-wimey thing, which I probably think is a way of getting around it. The Valeyard is, I think, was initially invented as a plot device. The impression I get with the Trial of a Time Lord is that it was written as basically as a filler to replace another not so good script, and it was written in a hurry, and it's caused problems, and so has all of the 13. I don't think they ever suspected that that Doctor Who, the programme, would be quite as successful as it has become in its revival. So that has caused them a bit of a problem, and they have to get over that particular conundrum, because I think the BBC will want to be milking this cash cow as long as they possibly can, even if it loses half its current audience. I'm pretty damn sure that Doctor Who will be for a long time to come, will be a very valuable property. So Stephen Moffat or whoever is the showrunner when Peter Capaldi decides that he wants to throw in the towel at the Doctor, they will find a way of keeping it going. So they will overcome that problem. It'll be interesting to see how they do it. Because the thing is, that was only, again, that's a Tom Baker thing. That was only brought in the 13 incarnation limit, as far as I can remember, was only brought in during the Tom Baker period. So that may not actually be true. That may turn out to not actually be true. We'll have to wait and see, or they may address it. I think they probably will, because I think there are enough sort of hardcore classic Whovians out there that would, have something to say if it wasn't actually, it turned out to be non-canonical or whatever. So those are the big things, but I think the interesting one will be the return of the Time Lords onto the scene and the ramifications of that, because that's a major that's a major thing, and we may actually find out more. That may lead to finding out a little bit more about the Doctor's history, why it is that he has such a conflict, and to an extent who he is. I don't think that will ever fully be given away until they finally decide, right, this is it, we're going to, the programme is going to be retired, and we're going to finally wrap it all up. I think that's when you'll find out who the Doctor really is, but I think it'll be a fair old while before that happens. I don't know if it will ever get to its 100th anniversary. That would be nice. I won't be around to see it, but it would be nice that would be a nice thought. There would be a 100th anniversary, but we'll, like I said before, time will tell. But yeah, and as for the Christmas special, the Battle of Trenzalore, it looks like it's going to be where the Doctor, I think it's called The Time, I think the title is going to be The Time of the Doctor. So, where the Doctor dies, well, yeah, his current incarnation dies, but as we know, a new incarnation, maybe that's where we overcome the 13 incarnation limit is overcome. I don't know. Maybe it's something about the battle or what happens there that will, push that problem out of the way. We'll, sort that one out. But it's, yeah, I think there's a lot of intrigue and lots of new possibilities have been opened up for the Doctor, especially given the fact that I think there's going to be a more mature Doctor. Well, obviously Peter Capaldi is an older actor, but I think he's not going to, the next Doctor is going to be more of a classic style Doctor than the Doctors in New Who have been so far. So I think they're going to be making more of an effort to win back older fans, and I think they've got enough of a youth base. I think they've given the programme enough impetus, and I think they'll I think they're trying a little harder to win over fans of Classic Who. So anyway, yeah, that's just a few thoughts. If you have any thoughts yourself, leave a comment below, make a video response, which you can link in a comment below. Yeah, be interested to see hear other people's thoughts on what they think will happen, you know, in the ongoing story of the Doctor, and how, yeah, so any thoughts and ideas that you might have, you know, let me know below, and thanks for watching, and please give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube, or circle me on Google+, that would be really cool. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you sometime in the future. Bye for now.